The two-port networks are connected in cascade. The combination is to be represented as a single two-port network. The parameters of the network are obtained by multiplying the individual matrix. A Z parameter, B H parameter, C Y parameter, D A B C D parameter. The correct answer is ABCD parameter. Which one of the following statements is not a property of RL driving point impedance? A. The first critical frequency at the origin is a zero. B. The last critical frequency is a pole. C. The impedance at S always less than the impedance at S0. D. The slope of the impedance curve is positive at all points. The correct answer is the impedance at S always less than the impedance at S0. In using mesh current method, it is necessary that at least one mesh current links every element. A. True. B. False. C. D. The correct answer is true. Which one is correct option if initial conditions is not 0 for inductor L and capacitor C is A. 1 3, B. 3 2, C. 4 1, D. 2 4. The correct answer is 2 4. An RC impedance function has a constant value at S0. The last element in the first cauer synthesis. A will be a capacitor. B may be R or C. C will be R. D will depend on the behavior of function at S. The correct answer is will be R. Two-port Z parameter not exist for the circuit if A Z0, B Z, C Z1, D always exist. The correct answer is Z0. The current density J at a point and current I are related as A. True, B. False, C. D. The correct answer is true. For a reactance function Hs, the slope dHJD is A0, B always positive, C always negative, D either 0 or positive. The correct answer is always positive. If the time is counted from the instant when an AC wave is at its peak value, we get A sine wave, B cosine wave, C distorted sine wave, D none of the above. The correct answer is cosine wave. For an AC circuit having capacitance C, instantaneous current I and instantaneous voltage E are related as A. True, B. False, C. D. The correct answer is true. The relative permeability of an iron specimen is 400 when B 0.2 T. If B 0.4 T, R will be A. 400, B less than 400, C more than 400, D more or less than 400. The correct answer is more or less than 400. When a circuit is excited by AC sinusoidal source, the admittance is obtained by letting Sj in Ys. A. True, B. False, C. D. The correct answer is true. In figure, the total inductance of the circuit is A. L1 L2, B. L1 L2M, C. L1 L2 2M, D. L1 L2M. The correct answer is L1 L2 2M. I dq dt. A. True, B. False, C. D. The correct answer is true. A resistance of 5 ohms is connected in one branch of a network. The current in this branch is 2.2 A. If the resistance is increased to 7.5, the remaining circuit being the same, the current in this branch will be A. 2.2 A, B less than 2.2 A, C 2.2 A or less than 2.2 A, D 2.2 A or less or more than 2.2 A. The correct answer is less than 2.2 A. A constant K high-pass filter has FC 3000 Hz. At f1000 Hz the phase shift is A0, BP, C2P, D more than P. The correct answer is P. For an RC impedance function Z, AZZ0, BZZ0, CZZ0, DZZ0. The correct answer is ZZ0. In figure the effective capacitance between A and B is A2 floor, B4 floor, C8 floor, D10 floor. The correct answer is 4 floor. If VA1, VA2, VA0 are the symmetrical components of VA, then A VA, VA1, VA2, VA0, B VA2, VA1, A VA2, VA0, C VA, VA1, A2, VA2, VA0, D VA, VA0, A2, VA1, VA2. The correct answer is VA2, VA1, A VA2, VA0. In drawing phasor diagram, A r.m.s values are used, B peak values are used, C either r.m.s or peak values are used, D either r.m.s or peak or averages values are used. The correct answer is r.m.s values are used. As the number SWG increases, area of cross-section decreases. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is true. In ZRC, S has a pole at S. The last element in first Foster realization is AR, BC, CR and C in series, DR and C in parallel. The correct answer is R. The transient currents are due to A. Resistance of the circuit, B. Impedance of the circuit, C. Voltage applied to the circuit, D. Changes in stored energy in inductors and capacitors. The correct answer is changes in stored energy in inductors and capacitors. When a lead-acid cell is in fully charged condition, the specific gravity of electrolyte is about 1.22. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is true. In ZRC, S has a pole at S0. The first element in first Foster realization is A. A capacitor, B. A resistor, C. RC in series, D. Either a capacitor or resistor. The correct answer is a capacitor. An impedance function has term. The realizations would give A. An inductance of value 2K222, B. A capacitance of value 2K222, C. An inductance 2K222 and capacitance in parallel, D. None of the above. The correct answer is an inductance 2K222 and capacitance in parallel. If FTRTAFS, AE as S2, B as A, C1 as A, DE as S, the correct answer is E as S2. For the network in figure, which of the following expressions gives the value of net inductance between terminals A and B? A1 only, B1 and 2, C3 and 4, D2 and 4. The correct answer is 1 and 2. The parallel RLC circuit shown in figure is in resonance if AIR1 ma, BIRIL1 ma, CIRIL1 ma, DILIC1 ma. The correct answer is IRIL1 ma. An ideal voltage source cannot be converted into an equivalent current source. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is true. Load ZL for maximum power transfer is AR, BRJL, CRJL, D none. The correct answer is RJL. Eddy current loss is proportional to AF and B2M, BF2 and B2M, CF2 and BM, DF and BM. The correct answer is F2 and B2m. Which is correct for a driving point function? A. If the real part of a pole or 0 is 0, that pole must be simple. B. If the real part of a pole or 0 is 0, that pole or 0 must be simple. C. If the real part of a 0 is 0, that pole or 0 must be simple. D. If the real part of a 0 is 0, that 0 must be simple. The correct answer is if the real part of a pole or 0 is 0, that pole or 0 must be simple. In the circuit, the value of the voltage source E is A 22V, B 12V, C 12V, D 10V. The correct answer is 22V. The r.m.s value of a half-wave rectified current is 100 A. Its value for full-wave rectification would be amperes. A 141.4, B 200, C 200p, D 40p. The correct answer is 141.4. The sum of positive real function is positive real. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is true. For a two-port network, the OP short circuit current was measured with a 1-volt source at the IP. Then value of the current gives AH12, BY12, CH21, DY21. The correct answer is Y21. The time constant of the capacitance circuit is defined as the time during which voltage A falls to 36.8 of its final steady value, B rises to 38.6 of its final steady value, C rises to 63.2 of its final steady value, D none of the above. The correct answer is rises to 63.2 of its final steady value. Figure shows the VI characteristics of a material. The material is likely to be A copper, B carbon, C zinc oxide, D rubber. The correct answer is zinc oxide. How much r.m.s current does a 300 watts 200V bulb take from the 200V 50 Hz power line? A 0.5A, B 1.5A, C 2A, D 3A. The correct answer is 1.5A. In a series RLC circuit, the voltage across inductance will be maximum. A at resonance frequency, B just before resonant frequency, C just after resonant frequency, D none of the above. The correct answer is just after resonant frequency. In the circuit shown in the given figure, power dissipated in the 5 resistor is A 0, B 80 watts, C 125 watts, D 405 watts. The correct answer is 405 watts.